punk rock's where I came up, man. And so, you know, over the years to keep hearing this, like, you know, and even being, you know, even being told that I'm suffering from this thing called punk rock guilt, I just don't understand, because I don't have guilt at all for growing up in punk rock. It's my root, and I love it, you know. So this is my way of just kind of saying, you know, whatever. Dave Raphael and myself just hung out in the studio for a couple weeks and made this recording, and then I just sat on it till now, and got home here to Southern California last November, and decided it would be a good time to unleash the beast that we call punk rock guilt. I brought in a couple tracks. I'd say half of it was brought in, and the other half was just kind of stuff that I just pulled out of me while I was in there, which is, you know, which is very common for me in the recording process. About 9 out of 10 times when I do a record, half of it will be kind of constructed while I'm in the studio. My tuition will run wild when it's in a creative zone. And when I'm in a creative zone, you know, it's a creative zone, it's a capturing zone, recording studio, but it's a creative zone too. So it's, you know, I go in with a plan, but I learned long ago that it never comes out that way. So you might as well roll with the punches. Not a whole lot of experimentation. I wasn't throwing shit against the wall like I do in most of my other recordings. I like to experiment once I'm in the studio, and I like to, you know, like let's, you know, I usually like to hey, let's see what it would sound like playing that guitar through that amp, and with the amp in the bathroom and the mic, you know, in the other room, you know. I didn't do a whole lot of that on this record, you know. Dave just kind of didn't want to fuck around. He didn't want to experiment. He wanted to make rock, and he wanted it to be fat and circa 71, and so it's just a no nonsense Brant record.